If your goal is to build an aesthetic physique, how much you lift doesn't matter. Nobody cares. Shoot, even if your goal isn't to build an aesthetic physique, nobody cares how much you lift. This message is not for powerlifting. I think powerlifting is ridiculous, but even for them, like nobody cares, bro. What do you look like? What does your physique look like? We get caught up in the wrong things. I'm talking strictly to the men and women that want to build physiques, which is what the gym is for. The gym is to build the physique, is to be healthier. Build the physique. Nobody cares how much you lift. If you want to build an aesthetic physique, this is the right channel for you. Let's talk about it. There's a lot of gym bros and gym girls that are obsessed with numbers, obsessed with strength. The strength culture versus the aesthetic culture. I'm for the aesthetic culture. I'm for using the gym to be the most attractive versions of ourselves. Something that I messed up with my first couple years of training. Where are you? Are you strength culture? Do you just care about just throwing numbers? Just throwing around numbers? Just throwing around weight? Or do you actually want to build an aesthetic physique, a physique that gives you a good return on investment of your time in the gym? Our goal should be aesthetics. Our goal in the gym should be the most attractive versions of ourselves. That's what it should be for. Everybody wants to talk about looks maxing. The gym is the looks max. Yes, the gym is for health, but it's also to be the most attractive versions of ourselves. Weights matter, but only as tools. The weight is a tool. And personally, I don't want to go too far off the deep end, but even weights, like at some point, and this is why I'm high volume. This is why I like volume trading, because at some point, you're not just going to be progressive overloading to the moon. You're never going to get to the point where you're dumbbelling 200-pound dumbbells. You're never going to get to the point where, you shouldn't be benching, but where you're incline benching like 405. And it's counterintuitive too. So just chasing numbers and chasing weight and forgetting about the mirror is counterproductive to aesthetics. And a lot of gym bros fall through that lie. A lot of us are fat. Gym girls too. A lot of us are fat. We go to the gym, we work out, we care about numbers, we care about strength, but we're fat. And we say that we want to be the best versions of ourselves. We say that we want to be the most attractive versions of ourselves. We say that we want to have the best dating options. We say that we want to have the best business and career options. We say that we want to have confidence in ourselves. But when we go to the gym, all that goes out the window. We just start chasing numbers. We start trying to impress others in the gym. So what are we really doing? Aesthetics is the only thing that matters. Do you look good and do you feel good? Health, your internal and your external aesthetics. That's the only thing that matters. Nothing else matters when it comes to fitness. How are your insides and how do you look on the outside? Nobody cares how much you weigh. Nobody cares how much you lift. How do you feel and what do you look like? A lot of men specifically, but women too, are scared to drop their ego. Their ego will be in the way of them building an aesthetic physique. Is your ego going to be in the way of you building an aesthetic physique? Because you want to lift heavy numbers? Because you want to impress people who aren't even paying attention to you? Or even impress people who are paying attention to you, but that don't matter, that don't affect your aesthetic physique goals? Because it's not just men too, it's women too. It's everybody, bro. People be in the gym just doing goofy shit trying to impress people. Have no physiques, but say they want physiques. Don't let your ego get in the way of you building a physique. How much you lift doesn't matter. And we could talk about nuances too, man. I could curl 20-pound dumbbells and get more out of it than another man curling 60-pound dumbbells. And that's just an example, because a lot of you guys think that just the more you lift, the more muscle you put. But it's not really about the weight. It's about the stimulus. Your bicep can't tell the difference between you curling 20 and you curling 60s. It just cares strictly about stimulus. So when you're lifting heavy ass weight and your targeted muscle is getting no stimulus, somebody can lift 5-pound dumbbells and get a better stimulus, and they would be putting on muscle better than somebody lifting 45-pound dumbbells who's not getting a good stimulus. But a lot of you guys don't realize that. A lot of you guys just chase numbers. And when you chase numbers, you get injured. You look like shit. You don't look aesthetic. You don't have a physique that the opposite sex admires and that you admire and that even people within your sex admire, that just society admires. and you're not building the physique that gives you the best return on investment. This is what I'm preaching, man. Build the physique that gives you the best return on investment. Build an aesthetic physique. Nothing else matters, bro. If you go to the gym and you're not building an aesthetic physique, you're wasting your time. If you've been in the gym for years and you don't have a physique that people admire, and when I say this, it's not all about vanity, but it's about what it means. It's not all surface level, but it's about when you have an aesthetic physique, it symbolizes the discipline. It gives you confidence. It gives you better dating options. It gives you self-trust. It gives you better business and career options and leverage. It's about leverage. It's not just about vanity. But a lot of people, they just want to lift weights. They just want to look cool in the gym. They don't really want to build a physique. Fellas, drop the weight. Ladies, drop the weight. If you're lifting weight that's too heavy for you and you know that it's not conducive to you building an aesthetic physique, drop the weight. Nobody cares, bro. I'll be in the gym curling 20 sometimes. I mean, it's usually like back off sets and drop sets, but I feel those 20s. I was in there doing my hammer curls with 20s today. Feeling it, man. Going crazy. I don't be curling the 100-pound dumbbells. I want to build a physique, bro. I'm building my physique. I'm documenting it. I'm showing you guys, man. Building an aesthetic physique naturally. But it takes you putting your ego to the side. It takes you not caring about how much you lift. Progressive overload comes with time. You can't force progressive overload. A lot of you guys would incline 65-pound dumbbells, get one rep, and get help with the other 3, and then go up in weight the next week because you feel like you have to progressive overload to get stronger. I mean, to get stronger and build muscle, But that's not how muscle is built. Stimulus. Your incline dumbbell pressing. What stimulus are you putting on your upper pecs? Again, if you're incline pressing 25 pounds with amazing stimulus, you will get more than somebody incline dumbbell pressing 70 pounds with trash stimulus. That's how muscle is built. Stimulus, mechanical tension, metabolic stress on the muscle, not weights. Physique is what matters, not numbers, not the scale. So let's focus on that. Let's build an aesthetic physique. How much you lift doesn't matter. How much you weigh doesn't matter. What do you look like? Everything else is just a tool. I promise you guys, you can build an aesthetic physique naturally. It's possible. I know everybody's hopping on peptides and stuff, and even the ladies, Anavar. I see what's going on. But we're natural over here, and we stay natural. And I'm not preaching it like natural is some moral high ground, but a lot of people, they don't need to hop on stuff. And it's not because it's the worst thing in the world, but it's just because a lot of people, they want to be healthy, they want to look good, and they want to feel good. You could do those things naturally. Most people, they want to be healthy, they want to look good, they want to feel good. You could do those things naturally. So I'm preaching staying natural. And I want to show you guys, man, you could build an aesthetic physique naturally, but it takes structure, it takes discipline, it takes intentionality. So this is what I'm helping people with. If you want a custom nutritional program, a custom training program, or to work with me one-on-one, you can check the description, man. I'm building physiques, helping you guys build your physique while I'm also building mine. I still got work to do, but obviously I know I'm in a position to help others, so I'm doing that. So you guys can check the description. And if you're local in the Corvallis, Oregon area, you could get at me for personal training. But if you're online, I can do online coaching as well. And I'll also give out my custom nutritional program, my custom training program. So wherever you're at, man, I'm here to help. You guys can check the description for my information. Again, building an aesthetic physique. How much you lift doesn't matter, man. Had a dude ask me today in the gym, oh, bro, he saw me curling a whole bunch of weight. He's like, how much was that? I told him straight up, it doesn't matter how much it is. That shit does not matter. And it was a good amount of weight. But it still doesn't matter. Like, who cares how much I lift? My physique is the only thing that matters when it comes to, like, the gym. If I feel good and I look good, I'm golden, regardless of how much I'm lifting. A lot of you guys forget that. Let's build a physique, man. Let's build an aesthetic physique. Again, check the description if you need some help, if you want me to work with you one-on-one or get a custom nutrition or custom training program. This is Randall Branch, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.